Hi, everyone, and welcome back to What's Brewin here at the Institute for Veterans and Military Families at Syracuse University. My name is Vanessa Marquette, and I'm here today with my colleague Debbie Bradbard to discuss our latest employment guide for employers. Thanks for joining us today, Debbie.
Thanks for having me.
So can you tell us about the guide recently published in partnership with Prudential?
Yeah, so a little over a year ago, Prudential came to us and they wanted to look at student veterans and how to better connect student veterans with employers. And we started this research project where we went and we found employers, student services professionals, and community organizations that were trying to make those connections, and we interviewed them and tried to compile some of the best practices that we found from those interviews.
That's great. So what is so crucial about this topic that we have to release this guide?
So what we found was that, there's HR professionals, out working, trying to find the best candidates for jobs. A lot of times they are looking for veteran job candidates, but they don't really know necessarily how to find the best candidates and where to post jobs, and just how to make those connections. And we know that student veterans make great employees. And we have connected with many, student services professionals across the country who are doing great things to make those connections. And so we're like, why not put those things together and put them in a guide so everyone can know about those things.
It's definitely a great benefit for our employers looking to hire veterans too. So what are some top takeaways that we can take from the guide?
So I think the biggest thing that I would say is that, there are some very simple things that universities and employers can do to connect with one another. And one of those things is just using organizations that are already out there and doing some of the work. So the Student Veterans of America is one of those organizations. They're a chapter-based organization. They have chapters at many schools across the country. And one of the things that they do is they work with partner employers, and they work with student veterans on campuses, help them build leadership skills and that sort of thing. And they can be there to make those connections. We talked to another group, which was the V3 program in Virginia, who also works with employers in the state of Virginia. And they work with universities as well and try to make those connections. So we feel like those community-based organizations are an intermediary to help make those connections, but also just the student services that are already on campuses. We just want to make them aware, for the ones who aren't already doing this, that there are student veterans probably already on your campus. And they may have slightly different needs than the other students. They tend to be a little older. They, may have families and that sort of thing. And they also have work experience. So they may not be looking for the same type of jobs as, an 18-year-old who just graduated high school.
Yep, yeah, lots of benefits to hiring student veterans. So thank you for joining us today. And you can learn more on this report if you go to ivmf.syracuse.edu/higher-education, and you can read all of the guide on there. And also thank you to Prudential for supporting this work. And thank you, Debbie, for joining us today to talk about it.
Thank you.